Well, Samuel Ramani is a tutor of politics and international relations at the University of Oxford. Samuel, great to see you here. So this is not the first time that Israel has attacked the critical infrastructure of Iran. It's happened in April and October back in 2024. So what does it say about Iran's capability of protecting its critical infrastructure?
Well, I think it shows that Iran's critical infrastructure capabilities are really not able to be protected by conventional air defenses. The Iranians initially thought that they had strong enough domestic air defenses in late 2024 that they didn't even need the Russian S-400s immediately, and now they'll be trying to procure whatever they can get. Obviously, the Fordow facility and the Natanz facility are heavily fortified, and many of Iran's facilities are under the ground. But from a pure air defense perspective, this is a major failure on Iran's part.
So what does Israel hope to achieve this time? Is this about containment or shaping regional dynamics ahead of a broader war?
Well, the Israelis are claiming maximalist ambitions here, very similar to what they framed in Gaza, right, where they want to completely destroy Hamas, right, and eradicate it. So here they're talking about eradicating Iran's nuclear potential. But I don't think that that's necessarily feasible because of the number of strikes that it would take. Already we're hearing reports of explosions outside Fordow, which is a major next step. But Natanz and Fordow are only two of the key nuclear enrichment facilities.
And how do you think regional actors like Hezbollah and the Houthis would react to this attack? And we have just heard that not long ago that missiles were fired from Yemen to Israel.
Well, the Houthis have been trying to bolster their standing within the axis of resistance since October 7th because Hamas and Hezbollah got severely weakened by Israel. The Israelis and the Americans did strike a lot of the Houthis, but the Houthis have been much more resilient in terms of protecting their core leadership as well as their long-range drone and missile threats. So arguably, the Houthis have become the strongest and most potent part of the axis of resistance. Hezbollah was probably having that title before October 7th. So the Houthis want to capitalize on that leadership role by striking, but I don't think that any of the others will really follow suit. It was pretty clear from Muqtada al-Sadr and also from what I've been seeing from Iraqi Shiite groups that are closer to Iran that we hate what Israel has done, but we won't retaliate against Israel because this isn't a fight that we can win. And that's something that I think that will cause Hezbollah and Lebanon to have restraint maybe beyond just cross-border clashes that we've seen going on for many years.
And what is the role of the United States? Trump urged Iran to make a deal before it is too late.
Well, the United States obviously would have tacitly approved of this attack from the Israelis. And I think that this is a change in perspective from Trump because Trump dismissed Mike Waltz and Morgan Ortagus, the National Security Advisor and Witkoff's deputy, allegedly because they were too hawkish on Iran. They were too willing to go to war with Iran. And now I think Trump is using his classic strategy of escalating to de-escalate, using military force this time through a surrogate like Israel instead of threats, in the hopes that Iran comes to the table and abandons its uranium enrichment ambitions. However, I think that underestimates the degree to which this has fomented anti-Westernism at home, and some of the same voices that inside Iran who opposed the JCPOA last time in 2015 are also going to oppose re-engagement with the West. So I think that the prospects of a new diplomatic breakthrough on the Iran file are very slim as long as Israel and Iran continue having these military clashes.
Well, thank you very much for your insight. That is Samuel Ramani from University of Oxford.